I've always wanted to have jumps in my yard, I'm sure just like every mountain biker. I remember growing up watching guys like Jordy Lund who had dirt jumps in his yard and thinking it'd be incredible to do that one day. I never thought it'd be a possibility for me, but here we are. Pretty awesome thing to throw your whole life into. The opportunity kind of worked out for me that I found this little piece of paradise with a really good slope, good dirt. Sold my old house, put all my life savings into this, building some big jumps in the backyard. Most projects I've done have either been in different countries or multiple hour drives, and lots of time, money, energy, blood, sweat, and tears, and I can just ride my dream setup right out my back door. I've been building jumps my whole life. I've been building this style of jumps for like 7 years now.
The top needs to come up like one sheet of ply. It's better mid-ramp.
Almost all of the wood for all the ramps and jumps is all from my backyard here from windfall. That's been really cool to just be resourceful and reuse things, not having to go down to the lumber yard and buy a bunch of wood that's been cut down.
Out in the yard, we're trying to use wood to make things last longer and be a little more consistent. We're building lots of wood lips, a couple of flat drops, a couple step ups and stuff like that. And I also milled all the wood for the yard as well. Reece and I got a whole bunch of logs and milled everything up so that we can do things a little more sustainably and a little cheaper.
The goal for me with all of this is that I can wake up every day and just be excited to ride. I can get outside and ride exactly what I want to ride. I know what it's going to be like. Just being able to push myself and just better my riding, that's what keeps me coming back for more. You can't really have any complaints if you build it all yourself.
Reece and I both grew up in Calgary, both grew up riding the same trails with the same groups, but never really crossed paths there. We have a mutual friend who lives out here, and we got introduced a couple years ago and started riding together, and now I'm digging for him.
Check it out. It's like it's my Come on, that's funny.
He likes to crack the jokes and makes it enjoyable working with him and hanging out with him. Nothing gets too real when we're hanging out. We just like to have fun and enjoy ourselves. Riding with Reece is interesting because we're completely different styles. He's super free ride, goes really high, slow off jumps. I've raced my whole life.
Don't still keep your speed.
Yeah.
Like don't brake.
Yeah, don't brake, don't anti-pump it.
No.
I've learned how to jump a lot better, and I'd like to think I've made Reece a little faster, hopefully, but he won't come to the races to show me if he's gotten any faster.
Basically, the hardest part of any build is having the vision of it. It's not that hard to build jumps. It's not that hard to use a saw or a hammer. It's figuring out how to best use the terrain. And I think that was the toughest part for me. So I have like a set of key features in my mind that I want. It's kind of an evolving process.
My name is Trevor Berg. I'm stacking landings for Reece for some jumps he's building. We started by grading this bottom area, building a wider platform, bigger, flatter area for stacking the larger jump. Can't quite see the running because it comes out of the woods, hits a big turn, and then straight shot into the jump. They came together pretty good. They all seem to work. So a few of the smaller jumps have worked. The bigger one needed some tweaking. It's been good working with Reece. He kind of has a pretty good idea of what he wants, and then I do my best to interpret that.
Most looking forward to this roof drop I got going on. I built this house over the winter, and I built like a 25, 30 foot drop off the roof. My wife hates it, but I love it. It'll be sweet. It's like a sloped downhill takeoff and 3-story drop, and then stacked up a nice and steep landing. It'll just be sweet to ride my bike off the roof. Kind of what you want to do as a kid. You're like, oh, that'd be sick to huck off that roof. And you're like, I'm doing it now, and I'm in my 30s. It's the most unique. That's what kind of draws me to building stuff now, is just building stuff that's unique and not this run-of-the-mill stunts. Had a big snowstorm last night. Well, windstorm 2 nights ago, like 90-kilometer-hour winds. We're like 80-90% done filming the video. Just kind of assessing the damage after the storm. It's really muddy, and a lot of the big landings and berms and stuff have kind of slid, so yeah, not easy. Vertical, nice looking landings don't withstand winters. I've had a lot of challenges with filming this project. The build took a while. I think we had like 120 days of no rain, and then it went straight from like 25 degrees each day to just pouring rain. A little bit of flooding, just making it challenging. Kind of out of our hands, so hopefully the weather just takes a shift and we can wrap it up. I'll probably just be going pretty hard on the tools the next couple days, trying to dig some drainage and repair some of the stuff that's slid, and then hopefully it dries up enough this week and we can finish the video. Moves from being a problem one place straight into another. Now I got a lake down there. Gotta have a little bit of a work-life balance. Flying is a big passion of mine. It's great to have something to take your mind off the bike and kind of let your mind and body recover a little bit. It makes me more excited to spend more time on my bike when I'm not just bikes 24/7. I try and fly as much as I can. I live on an island. Having the airplane is pretty sweet for getting off and on the island. It's freedom. Kind of feels like riding, just freedom. I always want both things to be part of my life. Biking's brought me so much joy, and it's my whole friends circle is around riding. My whole life's around riding. I just love being in the forest and being in the bush and kind of doing my own thing. It's kind of always appealed to me, and flying and riding both offer that for me, just do my own thing. I'm gonna be riding my Giant Glory Advance. It's the composite Glory frame. I ride a medium on this bike because it's more set up for free rides, so it's a little shorter, better for spins and manuals and flips and stuff like that. I have the 27.5 wheels on it, set up tubeless with Tannis armor, Marzocchi suspension, Industry 9 wheels, Maxxis tires, Chromag cockpit, pedals. I'm running my bike like pretty stiff. All my other bikes are actually larges because they are a little bit better for tracking on the trail and going quicker, but yeah, this one's a medium. When you put a dual crown on it, you don't have to do tail whips. I'd do it, but I got a dual crown. It's just stiff. I really like it. I love how stiff dual crown forks are. And I mean, I could ride everything in the yard on my Trance or my Rain or my e-bike, which I have been doing. It's just the stiffness of a downhill bike is pretty next level for big jumps. This niche, the Glory, is what I want. Can't help, I'm just so busy today. Just pinned. Uh-oh. There you go. You're okay.
Look at the caterpillar.
She loves it.
Come on, let's go.
What is biking to me? Biking is having fun with my friends and just trying to better myself. I think that's why I love riding so much. I think there's a lot of avenues I could explore, but for me, it's just anything I'm able to constantly push myself and better myself and learn, and something you can't ever perfect. That's what I love about it.
Soaked. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
That gets the blood going. Holy cow.
You're being generous.
Hopefully everything looks clean and nice and Reece steals the show.
Is that good?
And I wasn't expecting it.